Hi, Sally. Glad you guys could all make it tonight. My name is Sally.
And I'm Grace, and we're going to be sharing a few announcements with you guys today.
Yeah. So as you guys know, Reading Week's next week, so there will be no well next week. However, there is a potluck happening at 6:30 in the upper room. So it's going to be good food, good games. At this point, why even go home to visit your family? You can be at the Geneva potluck. Oh, yes. Also, do you have some hidden talents? And we're not talking about like obscure parting noises, but we are talking about drums, bass, electric guitar, and if you love the Lord with all your heart and want to serve Him, we want to encourage you to join our worship team here at the Well by talking to Rachel tonight. So ASAP, if you even have just a small nudge and you can play those instruments and you want to serve the Lord, this is a great opportunity to do that.
Are you guys free on March 1st? You are now. Outpour is happening on March 1st in Oakville. The theme is Set Apart, and if you don't know what Outpour is, it's a conference for young adults, and thousands of young adults from all over Ontario come together to worship the Lord and to learn more about Him. This year, we're going to be heading down on Friday night. Accommodations and rides will be provided. Speaking about rides, if you have a car and you are planning to go to Outpour, please talk to Rachel to volunteer to drive, and rumor has it that you'll be given a great discount on tickets.
Yeah, we also want to thank all of you who came out to our Super Bowl Sunday and watched the sweep of the Eagles. Let's go the Eagles! We had a lot of fun, and we wanted to take this time to congratulate the two people who had spectacular guessing skills. Okay? The winner for the final score guess was, let's have a drum roll please, Emily Tan! And the winner for the halftime show set list was, drum roll please, Deshawn! Super presenting your gifts for you guys. So proud of you.
Last but not least, second last announcement. If you have been part of our community for any length of time, whether that has been for years or even just tonight, we are so happy that you are here. And we would love for you to take a moment now to fill out our general Momentum Campus Ministry form. This is important for our year-end ministry report and to contact you so that you know what's happening with our events. And I am in Con Ed and teacher, and so I'm gonna wait until at least 5 people have pulled out their phones and scanned this QR code or taken a picture of it. And we got all night, so 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, 5. Perfect.
We're also going to do things just a little bit differently tonight. So Tim, who has been a member of the community, and has been doing such a good job playing piano here at the Well, it's his last Well tonight, and he will be moving. So he's going to share his testimony with us before worship. So if you guys can give him a round of applause.
How's it going tonight? I got 2 excited people. All right, there we go, that's better. All right, so I'll make this like Taylor. It'll be swift. That's for you, Steve. All right, I want to share a story with you guys that happened for me a couple years ago. I was driving with a friend of mine. We were coming home, we were visiting some friends, we were driving back, and she had pulled a muscle like around her rib cage area, and it was like really bad. I still very vividly remember turning the corner and she like doubled over in pain. And I'm driving back, and in my head I'm like, you know, it would be the good Christian thing to do to like pray for it. Kind of had that thought. And I totally freaked out, chickened out, dropped her off, drove away. And I know what you're thinking. Wow, Tim, that's a great story. Well, I turn the corner and my phone rings. And she called because she accidentally left her keys in my car. And I had this weird moment of like, okay, God, well played. So I go back and I give her her keys, and I decide, hey, can I pray for you? And I will say for myself, where is it here? That praying for healing can be a weird or a hard subject to talk about because I've heard stories and seen stories of healing happening, and I've also witnessed and seen stories where prayers are prayed and it's not answered. And at the end of the day, like, there's always going to be questions and things about healing that I personally won't ever be able to understand in this life. And when you read these stories, you look at the New Testament, you see Jesus healing people, you see the apostles healing people, and I've always thought that's cool, but that's not me. God can't use me. I'm not good enough or spiritual enough. But I decided to, and I prayed, and as I finished praying for her, I still remember her looking up with this very surprised look, and she's like, the pain's gone. And I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised, because deep down I had been listening to a voice saying, you're not good enough. You have to be a better Christian for some amount of time, and I'll tell you right now, I have no set time of how long that would have had to have been before I'm like, yeah, I'm like good enough in God's eyes. Now He can use me. Now I can, go out there and pray for someone or whatever it is. And I had this thought of, I'm not good enough. And you might be thinking, sitting there, sure, dude, that's cool. But you don't know what I've done, right? And I know for myself, as I was preparing this, I pictured what would I think sitting in the back row or in the front row, I shall. And I would think, you don't know what I've done. Sure, you might have you think you're bad moment. And yeah, you're right, I don't know what you've done or what you haven't done. But I can tell you a bit about myself. I can say that I've had a couple years of a porn addiction and going through cycles of thinking I'm out of it and then falling back in, and constantly the shame with that. And I've put God on the back burner a lot of times in my life. I've gotten to points wondering, why do I still bother with going to church? I've shown up on Sunday, acting like a good Christian, and then going back home and just living the rest of the week the way I wanted to. And I'm all too familiar with that voice saying, you're not good enough. You never will be. You've messed up too many times. He's done with you. He doesn't want you. But I want to tell you tonight that that's a lie. Because that's the beauty of the gospel. Because it's not about anything that we've done. Because the Bible says in Romans 10 that everybody who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Full stop. Everyone. There's no exceptions, there's no clauses, there's no fine print, there's no hidden V's. It is by grace that we're saved and not by anything that we've done. And all it takes is turning to Him saying, I can't do this anymore on my own. I need you. I need your forgiveness. And He's there with arms wide open. And He'll meet you right where you are. Because He loves you dearly. And He's there to pour out His love in wave after wave. Because He's for you and He's not against you. All you need to do is accept that and accept His love. Now with that, let's get into some worship.
I invite you all to stand and join us in worship. And who knows what day it is? Friday. Valentine's Day! Wow, you guys are not excited. Someone clearly does not have a date on Friday. Well, I know it's a few days early, but I want you to turn to the people around you, give them some love, give them some finger hearts, give them a little kiss, do what you gotta do to show some love.
Thank